Oh, it's so nice to sit together on the Friday night.
Yeah, on a kid-free Friday night.
Why is the kid free?
Kid-free. I mean...
Where are the kids?
They're up in their room sleeping. But,
so you hope.
Yeah. Actually, we haven't heard them for a little while. So.
That's why we had to wait till like 10 o'clock to shoot videos. Mm-hmm. So they're 20 feet that way. And hopefully they're good for now. Mm-hmm. So this is week 3. As I said earlier, this is week 3 of the shut-in, I think. I've lost count of times. Maybe we should start to scribble marks on the wall. And guess what? It's spring break for the kids next week.
Yes. I mean, you would think that it really doesn't make much of a difference, but it does, because homeschooling is the worst. I am really looking forward to their spring break.
Yeah, so I know many of you have kids at home, so you know how we feel. But for those of you who are lucky enough not to have kids at home, when the school starts back up again, we will make a vlog just for you, so you see what homeschooling 2 kids in school and 1 not in school look like.
Yeah.
Because the third one always had to be a part of everything. Mm-hmm. She was in the first grade, so we have a daughter in the first grade, and today on her Zoom meeting, we have to move the 4-year-old over so she can sit as a part of the class and raise hands and ask questions.
She did it.
She did, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Why? She looked so pitiful without being able to do it. She wanted to be a part of it. I didn't want her to do it. So.
Oh boy.
And also, we probably have discovered a budding YouTube star.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Luna. She loves it. She's a natural. She really is a natural. She just like instantly, as soon as the camera goes up, she like, there's like an audience, a full audience in front of her, and she wants to include everyone in it.
And if you guys don't believe us, I'm going to show you a little clip.
Hi, everybody. So my name is Luna, and I'm going to pretend to do my hair. These 2 tools and this 3rd tool. I'm going to pretend to wash my hair or do my hair. But, for real, I'm not actually doing it for real, but it will look like I'm doing it for real.
So, nobody asked her to do that. We set the station up for you to record some videos, and you're going to explain that in a little bit and why it's relevant to this talk today. But so we set it up, and she went to take a shot of her hair, and here comes Luna sit in the chair and say, "I'm ready to make a video now. Turn it on." And I don't know what she was going to do, and the camera went on, and she just did a whole show.
She's so funny. Yeah.
I wonder if we can incorporate her into actually making the tutorials or whatever it is. Maybe she can do the business classes for me, because I'm so not interesting. I'm boring. So she will not be boring.
Mm-hmm. No.
We got this box, which contained all the excitement for this week. Trust me, this big assignment. And in a second, she will unbox it and show you what's inside. I know why I'm looking forward to opening this box. Why are you?
Well, we have a couple YouTube channels going, and I enjoy the, what we do, and you do what you do, and then I have mine, but it just feels kind of constricting, or I don't feel really natural doing it. So I decided I would try to do something that just felt more natural and like easy. Like it just felt easy for me to do it, and it didn't feel so like I was scratching a blackboard trying to get stuff out of me to put onto the...
I don't know. We started any of these channels because you wanted to do a talk show. So we talk, and then she got tired of talking.
No, that's not a talk show. A talk show is when I ask questions and someone else answers, and they do most of the talking.
Well, I don't recall you asking me any questions. I just do all the talking.
Yeah, because I don't need to ask you a bunch of questions.
I can stop talking. But anyway, so as soon as I started making vlogs, next thing you know is, I want to make vlogs. Why don't we do a vlog? I don't want to sit there anymore.
Yeah. It's kind of boring just sitting here.
But yeah, here we are. Alright, so now that we got that out of the way, does that mean you're ready to start making your own videos more seriously?
Yes.
I'm going to be using the camera. This is going to be the game changer for me and hopefully for you. So it was, all these ideas that you've thrown out from years past. Mm-hmm. We should just put a camera in the car and then record our conversations. Mm-hmm. So I go and put a camera on the windshield and there's barely any conversation.
When?
Well, we did it twice and I had to cut out most of it.
Why?
Because you don't talk. And then we did the talk show in the kitchen, and then what do you do?
Talk. A little bit more.
You're going to dare me into looking back at all the videos we already posted and see who did most of the talking.
Well, you didn't say who did most of the talking. You said, and what did you do? I talked. You may have done most of the talking, but I talked. When
we first started dating, and we used to drive down to Atlantic City from Philadelphia just to go hang out, and I did all the driving back then. It would be on the dark highway because we would leave after the kid our daughter went to bed, and I would drive down the highway and I'll be talking. I look over and she'll be sleeping. And well, it's funny in that sense, but it's also funny that I'm so used to her not responding that I don't even have to turn around and check to see if she's listening.
That only happened a few times.
A few times?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Apparently.
Most of the time I listened to you. I was awake and I listened. I'm a listener. I do most of the listening. But I'm hoping that through my new channel, Forever Sue, that I will start to become more of a talker and I will be able to share my thoughts and everything more and be less filtered.
Yeah, I did stand around and listen to her talk for a little bit.
You did?
When she was making that video. Yeah, you talked.
You were eavesdropping?
No, I was trying to get something from the room, but I was waiting for you to be done. And I had to guard the room so the kids won't bust in. So, yeah.
Oh, so you were saying, and what did you hear?
You were talking. You were actually talking. So I look forward to see the end result, 6 months from now?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. In the meantime, I'm making like 2 videos a day, just trying to keep busy.
Yeah.
So, well, my channel was doing okay, right? Mm-hmm. I was looking on the spreadsheet. I started 6 weeks ago. I'm almost up to 500 subscribers. So, I got some of my students looking at the videos, so we're doing live streams and stuff. So, it's interesting. And, you saw today, we're going to start another channel with one of my business partners on basically 2 old guys that we like motorsports. We like going fast in cars and motorcycles. So we're going to start, it's relevant to the business too, but we're going to start a channel where we talk about cars and motorcycles. And then many of our customers and members and friends have already chimed in on ideas. And we're actually going to do what was that show's name? Crips? Was it Crips? Where people visited everybody's and check out their houses and stuff.
I think so.
So one person suggested that we should showcase everybody's garage because we never talked about this yet on this channel, but I'm really into motorcycles and cars. I used to be a motorcycle racer. Along with my business partner, we own a company that let people go to the track. And the car side of the business is actually branded in my name. And we were hoping to showcase that starting this spring, but that's all on hold. But anyway, so we are all into motorcycles, cars, and you knew a little bit of me.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, when we met each other, you were like on your way out of that life, and so was I.
So much, not much into that life anymore, but as it stands right now, on the personal side, I still own 5 motorcycles and 5 cars, and the business still additionally own another fleet of motorcycles, and we're going to showcase some of the stuff. But anyway, so we have a lot of friends through the business side. I've been doing that for 20 plus years. So we have a lot of people with big garages and with fast cars and bikes. So we're going to feature some of that. So in case any of you are interested in that stuff, you can always come. And we're a bunch of older folks who are really silly.
Yeah. Speaking of eavesdropping, I kind of eavesdropped on you trying to talk Len through how to set up the camera.
Well, I had the door open, but anyway, he was showing me. Well, I was trying to set up the live stream so I can get him from his house to patch in on his camera, so we can do a split screen and then go through YouTube stream, so do a live stream. And he was acting silly and putting hand sanitizers on the speaker and putting it up into his face and all that stuff. Anyway, he's older than me, but he's a lot sillier. And I'm already silly enough. What did the kids say today?
Nothing. They said nothing.
What did they say?
They said nothing.
Why not? Why couldn't you say that?
I do not recall.
Fine. We'll get them to come on and say it. I'll just record it because this probably happens every other day.
All right. So moving on.
What are you going to ask me today?
Good. Ask you about what?
Anything.
I don't know.
I'm Dafan. Ask me anything. You said you're going to ask questions and somebody else talk.
Well, I had questions. I have questions that I wrote down.
But
I don't know where they are.
Oh, so you don't really know the questions?
No, I don't really know the questions. I came up with questions to ask you.
So what's the hardest part about being stuck in this shut-in?
So what's the hardest part about being stuck in this shut-in?
Yeah, you.
You.
No, I asked you the question. You come up with your
own. The hardest part is I don't have time, I don't have the quiet to feel like I'm actually thinking for myself. It just always feels like there's all this noise running in the background. And that's because there is. There's always a lot of noise running in the background. The noise of 3 little kids running around all day long. And one of whom is very, very loud. And she runs around being loud all day long.
I don't have that problem.
I know, because you can barely hear.
Yes, so just to explain, because I used to race motorcycles, I have hearing damage.
Because you didn't wear earplugs.
I don't want to wear earplugs because I wanted to hear my engine. Because that's how you ride fast, is to know what your bike is doing at the time. But anyway, we actually went to a hearing specialist last year because he keep pushing me to go because I couldn't hear. So it turns out that I have normal hearing and a certain range of sounds, but I have sort of immunity. I don't hear high-pitched sounds very well.
Hearing loss.
At all. Well, hearing loss. Okay, permanent hearing loss. So it doesn't bother me as much to hear the high-pitched noise that the kids make. And second of all, I have really, really bad tinnitus, which means that I hear a electrical ringing, buzzing in my head 24/7 nonstop at a very high level. On a quiet night, if you had air conditioner on, and that's about the kind of level that my ringing is. So in order to not get myself driven crazy, I've gotten used to the sound. How to describe it is I take the sound and put it over there on the other side of the room, and I just don't pay attention to it. It's there all the time. I'm hearing it right now. It's a high-pitched buzz, but I can just kind of like ignore it.
So he's gotten very used to being able to just ignore the kids.
Yeah, I see them. I have good peripheral vision. Unlike you. And I have a clip to prove it.
No, I usually do have better peripheral vision than you do.
But you turned around and looked at them, and I went back to doing what you were doing.
Yeah, because I was tired.
Oh, okay. So she chooses not to see what's in front of her.
I'm getting better at that, aren't I?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, do you feel stressed at all at this time of uncertainty?
About the uncertainty? No.
Why not?
Because I have faith and I believe in God and I think things are going to work out. I believe in you, I believe in me, and I think things will work out.
Cool.
So that part doesn't bring me stress. What brings me stress is not being able to think in my own head for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, to me, that's the excuse not to think is actually going to relieve my stress. Because I think a lot. Glenn, my business partner, my mentor, the old guy that was silly, used to tell me that I could go even faster on a motorcycle if I thought less, because I thought too much. And apparently I do think a lot. So so to have the excuse not to be able to think is a blessing for me.
Think a lot and you talk a lot.
Not being able to talk a lot is not a blessing. Because I will continue to talk.
Mm-hmm. Although, from years of being with me, you've gotten a lot better at giving me the silent treatment, I have to say.
Well, when did I give you the silent treatment?
Sometimes, every now and again, when you get upset at me, you give me the silent treatment.
Well, I
didn't know how to, you were not able to do that before.
Well, that's because I learned pretty quickly that no matter what I say, if you're not paying attention, it doesn't really matter. I'm just wasting my breath. Like when I'm driving and you're not paying attention. My words can put her to sleep. That's not to say I'm boring, which I should have not said that, but... What?
Yep. All right. So, what's your favorite part of this shut-in?
I don't have a favorite part of this shut-in.
What are you most thankful for during this time?
Well, I'm thankful that we are still healthy and together. And in a way, believe it or not, Taya being home, because she got up and went to college and we had come to an acceptance that she was going to be gone because, that's what people do when they go to college and move. And now she's back ahead of schedule. And then she's back to her old ways of sleeping all day and up all night. But it feels kind of like it reminded me of how things were for a long time. So there's some sense of normalcy there. So in a sense of in the time of uncertainty, like right now, having a sense of normalcy really was kind of big for me. Otherwise, I said the other day that we're pretty blessed to have flex schedules because of how we're blessed to have that, of course, but we also made a conscious effort to have lifestyle that's flex so we can be home more. And I was just telling you yesterday, I think that this doesn't really seem like too much of a difference in our daily lives. So
it does for me. Well,
that part, but the part that we're home.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people are not used to being home all the time, and we're home a lot. Well, we're home more, definitely, because I don't go to school for 3 days anymore, and you are seeing clients here instead of at your office. But at the end of the day, we already spend more time at home than most people do, because by choice. So this is just a little bit on top of that. And,
I see clients in my on video.
Yeah, and, I still do what I'm teaching classes online. So I still have to spend time to work and do stuff. But it's not too much different. I mean, I think for the winter. In the summer, we go out a little bit more. But in the wintertime, we spend pretty much 4 days here a week anyway. We have 3 days out of the house. Well, I have 3 days out of the house. I used to go into the Center City where my Center City office once a week. But I don't even do that anymore. So just 3 days here. And then we have the other business projects that we're working on that was taking a lot of time, or will take a lot of time, but they're on a standstill. So this is a staycation, I guess. And you don't have much stress apparently. I have a little bit more.
I have stress. We just have stress about different things.
Right. Well, I have a little bit more because just like I work with small businesses, and we are small businesses, and so far we're still moving along. But if this keeps on for another 2 months, and I don't know what the future will hold. But I don't know. It's kind of pain. We already talked about that the last week in the last video. The things that I want to do, we're not able to do. We got two buildings. Well, actually, we got 3 buildings that are waiting to be finished. But even if we could finish it, we can't open and do stuff, right? I was looking forward to opening the co-working space and run my incubator and help incubate some minority businesses. That's not happening anytime soon, if it happens this year at all. We were looking forward to going to the track. We are looking forward to going to the track. Hey, you said we were going to go. So.
I did say we were.
Yeah, so the business is on schedule to go to the track at least 15 times this year. And out of nowhere, she agreed or suggested that she would actually come along, that we can bring the kids. And, the trade-off is that she gets to ride on the track and drive on the track, which is, I look forward to seeing that. Or not seeing that. But now that's all on hold, so I don't know if it's going to happen. Hopefully it will still happen later in the summer. But, yeah. I just can't imagine, staying here every day for the next 6 months. Hopefully not the next 6 months, but I don't want to make predictions, but probably it's still going to be another month or so.
Yeah, probably.
And then we don't know what kind of world we'll return to. Obviously, a lot of things has changed in how we view the world and how we view things. And I was out today to try to get a couple of things for the camera, and I never realized how close everyone is until you start paying attention to how close everyone shouldn't be. So that was a little eye-opening.
I'm still surprised that the store was open.
Well, people work at home, so the computer store had to open. Everybody's in there looking for camera stuff. So what's next?
I am really glad that it's going to be spring break for the kids again. Really, really glad that I don't have to wake up with them early to come downstairs for them to get on Zoom, their class.
So a video every day? Huh? What?
Yeah, I'll be working on some videos.
Yeah, she likes vlogging, so we're going to have her vlog from the living room to the kitchen, I suppose. Yeah, what do we do? NASCAR is doing online racing and broadcasting it live, so this is like a whole new world.
So after 3 weeks of staying at home because of Rona, what have we learned?
We have learned that life is precious, but yet fragile. I don't know about everybody else, but what did we say? Right before this happened, I was trying to tell you that, what is it I was trying to tell you? YOLO.
Mm-hmm.
YOLO was a big thing. And it was a joke. We were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I think what I learned, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. I used to say jokingly, well, the world might end tomorrow. But, this had brought me the perspective that you never know, the world might actually end, right? So not saying that it is right now, but it just brought me to the realization that tomorrow really is not guaranteed, and today is the only thing that's certain. So I want to take the opportunity and try to do as much as I can. So there's limited things we can do in the house while we're staying in the house. That's why I'm so big on making these videos and trying to do more on creating content. In a way, we watched a movie yesterday about legacy, something about legacy. Let's just leave it at that. And I thought, well, creating these contents and doing these educational stuff, it's actually creating my legacy. So I'm gonna get to it.
That was profound.
Profound, huh?
Oh, I mean, okay, maybe not profound, but that was a lot deeper than I thought you were going to go. I was just going to say I have learned that I am not about that homeschool life. Not at all. Nope.
One more thing. I have come to a great newfound respect for teachers.
Yes.
Technically, I'm an educator, but I'm a professor, not a teacher. So I always knew that I didn't have what it takes to be a teacher. Trust me, I don't. But I really didn't realize firsthand how much of service they provide. And especially good teachers, right? I mean, we've both interned at schools and, well, I volunteered. I never interned at school. I volunteered at K-12 schools, and some teachers are, they're not really all that into it. And I was just telling you today that many times what they look forward to is someone to come into the classroom so they can leave. I mean, I'm sure you have teachers like that too. But these teachers that we have currently are very, very good, and they're patient. They work with the kids, and I can't imagine the kids grow up without them. So thank you, teachers.
Yeah. Yeah, teachers should get paid a whole lot more money than they do. And childcare workers too, because they put up with a lot taking care of our kids. So, yeah.
And I'm not just taking care of, they're actually educating them. And it's so hard because with these little kids, everything is good for 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, they don't want to do it anymore. It's something else. And just imagine like 20, 30 of them running around. I can't imagine. I can never do it.
Yeah, me either.
I already think that working with 30 adults is hard enough. And imagine 30 kids. We'll end this video on that note.
Like, subscribe, share, comment.
And look forward to the other stuff that we're putting out. It's all silly and pointless, hopefully. But you might enjoy it.
Bye.
Until next time. Bye.